Have you ever wondered what it looks like when fortunes shift overnight? When the financial tide turns so suddenly that the balance of power among the world's wealthiest is shaken. Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that a billionaire you hardly ever hear in the news has quietly dethroned one of the loudest, most talked about entrepreneurs of our generation. That's exactly what just happened. Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle, has officially overtaken Elon Musk as the richest person in the world. And the story behind how it happened is as fascinating as the men themselves. On the surface, this looks like just another number on a Bloomberg Billionaires Index. A shuffling of positions among people whose wealth is so astronomical that ordinary comparisons almost stop making sense. But when you look closer, the details paint a vivid picture of rivalry, mentorship, high-stakes investments, politics, and the hidden power of the tech industry's quieter giants. It all began with Oracle's shocking performance in the stock market. The company, which specializes in business software and cloud computing, announced financial results that stunned analysts. Instead of the modest growth Wall Street expected, Oracle blew past predictions. Within hours, its shares surged by more than 40%, climbing to an unprecedented $340 per share. This wasn't just another good day on the market. It was the single largest one-day increase in Oracle's history. To put it bluntly, no one saw it coming. For Larry Ellison, who owns a massive 41% stake in the company he co-founded back in 1977, this surge translated into an explosion of personal wealth. His stake in Oracle was suddenly valued at nearly $393 billion. Compare that to Elon Musk's fortune of $384 billion. Still enormous, but now second place. With that, Ellison leapfrogged Musk, reclaiming the crown as the richest person alive. And this wasn't just about numbers. It was about prestige, symbolism, and the reminder that even at the age of 81, Ellison is still capable of surprising the world. His wealth is tied not just to Oracle, but also to a series of investments and ventures that give him influence across industries. He owns a significant stake in Tesla, where Musk is CEO. He owns the Indian Wells tennis tournament, a sailing team that competes internationally, and an island in Hawaii named Lanai. His life is a blend of business, leisure, and power plays that most people couldn't even begin to imagine. But before we dive into Ellison's world, let's pause and ask, what does this mean for Elon Musk? Musk, who has built his reputation not only on his businesses but also on his personality, sometimes visionary, sometimes controversial, has been in the public spotlight constantly. From Tesla's electric cars to SpaceX's rockets, from his purchase of Twitter, now X, to his vocal political opinions, Musk is rarely absent from headlines. For years now, his wealth has been seen as both a symbol of his genius and a target for critics who question the sustainability of his empire. To lose the top spot after holding it for nearly a year is no small matter, even if Musk himself would probably shrug it off with a tweet or a sarcastic comment. But the truth is, the financial world notices these shifts. Investors notice. Politicians notice. Competitors notice. And what makes this more intriguing is the relationship between Musk and Ellison themselves. You see, Ellison is not just a rival, he's also been a mentor to Musk. Back in 2018, Ellison joined Tesla's board, bringing with him decades of business experience and a reputation as a fiercely competitive leader. When Musk launched his audacious takeover of Twitter in 2022, Ellison didn't hesitate to support him. In Walter Isaacson's biography of Musk, it's revealed that when Musk asked Ellison if he would invest in the Twitter deal, Ellison simply replied that he would put in $1 billion. Or, in his words, whatever you recommend. That's not just a business transaction. That's trust, loyalty, and the kind of financial muscle few people in the world could ever offer. Their friendship runs deeper than business. Musk is a frequent guest at Ellison's Hawaiian island, Lanai, where billionaires can retreat from the chaos of the outside world. The image is almost cinematic. Two of the richest men alive, walking along the beaches of a private island, discussing rockets, AI, or the next frontier of technology. And yet, here we are, watching as Ellison edges ahead of his protege in a game that is measured not in points or trophies, but in billions of dollars. Now let's talk about the real engine behind Ellison's surge: artificial intelligence. Oracle's cloud services have become a critical supplier of computing power for AI companies. Think of OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. These firms require vast data centers, immense processing capacity, and reliable infrastructure to train and operate their models. Oracle has positioned itself as one of the go-to providers, capturing a wave of demand that shows no signs of slowing down. In that sense, Ellison's rise is a reflection of where the world is heading. AI is not just a buzzword anymore, it's a gold rush. And Ellison, with his decades of experience and a company built to handle massive data systems, is standing right at the center of it. His wealth is not just paper gains. It represents the central role that Oracle plays in the most transformative technological trend of our time. But there's another layer here, one that adds even more drama to this story: politics. Ellison has long been a supporter of Donald Trump. He's appeared alongside the former president at the White House, even participating in the announcement of a $500 billion investment project in AI infrastructure known as Stargate. His political influence is not subtle, it's direct, and it aligns with some of the most controversial figures in American politics. Musk, too, has had a complicated relationship with Trump. He supported him in the past, even seemed to align with him at times, before their relationship reportedly soured earlier this year. Still, Musk has not hesitated to comment publicly on political matters, sometimes earning backlash, sometimes applause. This intersection of wealth, technology, and politics raises important questions. What happens when the people who build our tech platforms are also among the most powerful political donors? What happens when their personal rivalries and alliances influence not just boardrooms but governments? Watching Ellison and Musk is not just about who's number one on a list. It's about understanding how deeply these billionaires shape the world around us. Let's not forget, Elon Musk himself knows this story all too well. He first became the world's richest man in 2021, dethroning Jeff Bezos of Amazon fame. He lost the crown to French luxury tycoon Bernard Arnault, only to reclaim it last year. Each time, the shifts have been driven by stock prices, investor sentiment, and broader economic currents. And each time, Musk has found a way back to the top. Will that happen again? It's hard to imagine he won't fight to reclaim the title, given how closely his reputation is tied to his larger-than-life image. Meanwhile, Larry Ellison may not court publicity the way Musk does, but make no mistake, he enjoys the spotlight in his own way. Stories about his lavish lifestyle, his love for sailing, his private island, and his immense art collection have circulated for decades. He's often seen as the archetype of a Silicon Valley titan from an earlier era, flamboyant, unapologetic, and fiercely competitive. In many ways, Ellison represents the old guard of tech billionaires, while Musk embodies the new. That the older figure has now overtaken the younger is symbolic of how unpredictable this race can be. And yet, perhaps the most striking part of this whole story is just how casually these shifts happen at such dizzying scales. A 40% surge in Oracle stock adds tens of billions to Ellison's net worth overnight. Musk's wealth rises and falls with Tesla's volatile share price or the next headline about SpaceX or X. For most of us, a sudden change of even $10,000 would feel life-altering. For them, billions come and go in the blink of an eye. As the dust settles on this latest shift, one thing is clear: Larry Ellison has reasserted himself as a dominant force, not only in business but also in the narrative of global wealth. Whether his reign as the world's richest person lasts weeks, months, or years remains to be seen. Musk is not going anywhere, and the race is far from over. But for now, the crown rests on the head of an 81-year-old billionaire who has been playing this game for nearly half a century, and who has just reminded the world that he's not finished yet. So the next time you see headlines about billionaires trading places on a list, don't dismiss it as trivial. Beneath the numbers are stories of mentorship, rivalry, politics, and the technologies shaping our future. And in the case of Larry Ellison overtaking Elon Musk, it's a reminder that in the ever-shifting world of wealth and power, nothing stays the same for long.